It's your favorite time again, baby dolls. We're going to be doom scrolling Twitteroonies, and actually the first thing that appears is my post. Why isn't the entire PulseChain yelling through the rooftops about what pDAI just did? Richard Hart literally did a 33 tweet FUD storm on pDAI from the 0.4 cent price, and it went down 99.93%, but now it has recovered back to 0.4 cents. Why isn't the entire PulseChain yelling about it? No one's talking about it. Because they're underexposed, that's why. So every single person, remember friends, if they didn't believe, it's okay, man. You got, I guess, brainwashed by the soy cabal, because that's the funny part of how this story plays out. People who are unallocated to pDAI, who aren't allocated at all, they're saying everyone holding pDAI is brainwashed. They go, you're brainwashed, and there's all these pumpers and dumpers and all these other stuff out here. No. The jury's out now. And the jury said, you've got a small willy. Because this rallied 1,500%, 16x from the gravestone emoji. You said it would go to zero and stay to zero, but it went to zero and it came back. Came back to level 2. Richard Hart spitting on pDAI. 33 tweets. Remember, friends, crypto does not give you this many chances to exit, as pDAI went on to zero twice. Yeah, my nipples do remain pegged. I've got more content for you coming out later on. Got a post out here. You are super early to Tau. Tau is a decentralized AI. It reminds me of the internet in 1996. So this was retweeted by Barry Shilbert. Barry Shilbert, one of the OG shillers of cryptocurrency. Remember Gayscale and the Ponzi stuff they had out here. TAO, friends, Bittensor Tau. It's decentralized. It's AI theme for cryptocurrency industry. It had a run last year. I hope it continues again for everybody who's holding it. It's just one of those things, right? So if you're in Bittensor Tau, I guess we need AI to just continue, which is it's inevitable, and Nvidia to pop up and ChatGPT and everything out here. So it's pretty much feels like it's programmed in, but we'll see. Also, friends, so many Freudian slips. I meant to say Eric Wall has written a lot of essays fudding Bittensor Tau. What a Freudian slip, man. I called Eric Wall Richard Hart. Man, gosh, man, my brain, friends. This brain is fried. I've had a hard time keeping up with Infofi, but Zeet.ai looks really cool. More interesting than some of the other projects I've seen. Organizing Zeet leagues, the social layer that aligns incentives across all participants. Every Zeeter will have their own card and play. So a couple of applications and developers, what they're trying to do, friends, is so Twitter, we have our own network. We all know each other, right? We all hang out with each other. We're here. Everyone's welcome. The door's always open, friends. But the thing is, we're a community. We're all characters. I guess I'm a character in the world. You know, RG3 is the pirate. Dr. Exologist is the doctor. Also, Hooters waitress. Richard Hart's a character. This is it. We're like characters, like a video game, right? And so what people are trying to do is they're trying to gamify the social media platform so they can try and monetize everyone's attention. And they're trying different ways. So one of them is they're trying to make, I guess, like a card game where different characters are played. The ideas are cool. It's fine. The thing is the execution, bro. It's always about the execution. Like, can you make it fun enough and interesting enough to play? Or is it just going to be like a one-season cycle thing? That's where it gets tougher and tougher. Because you got to get people committing to your platform, but then anybody else can give a token out and try siphon off influencers. So I wonder if anyone's going to be able to crack the code. I hope they do. Pre-seed and seed right now are wild. Most founders are getting stonewalled. It's nothing like 2021 when you could tweet out a startup ID and checks just showed up. Now it's cold, slow, brutal. But then there are a few teams where the opposite is happening. Let's continue. Investors are piling in. Rounds are tripling in size. Valuations jump 5x in 2 weeks. Follow-ons get preempted before the seed even close. Who sets them apart? What sets them apart? It's not luck, it's momentum. They're growing fast, shipping loud, and playing the fundraising game like operators. If you don't check some of these boxes, fundraisers get through. So what are these boxes? They've got co-founders, strong networks, real experience. They move with urgency. Their vision is massive. I'm seeing Forgive me, Mr. Accrues. I'm just seeing a lot of buzzwords and bullshit, bro. I know you're probably a nice guy. I have a beer with you. I have an orange juice with you. Maybe play some checkers and stuff on a Saturday night. But buzzwords, co-founders, momentum. It's just a bunch of bullshit, but it's just words, bro. Like, it just sounds like crypto salesman words, dude. It's just you're cherry picking stuff. You're probably fooled by the randomness. But you're like, oh, these things are going up there. Well, they're great. We can see by the business cycle, friends. That's why I always refer it here to you. ICOs are dead. Business cycle's dead. Everything's freaking dead in the water. The business cycle PMI is down here freaking 59, 48.9. We're getting the data out on Wednesday. Hopefully this thing starts to tick up. When we come up here, friends, look, you know when business cycle is all the way up here in the past 3 cycles, that's when everyone starts talking about a new paradigm. That's when people start saying, oh, this time is different. We have companies in here and stock flows and cash flows, and there's going to be new AI buzzwords and everything that's going to make people think, oh, this time is different. But it won't be different. But let's hopefully we get there, okay? Actually, friends, you know, I think it's very appropriate we just take a second to remind ourselves. We've seen some crazy stuff. A lot of it's to the downside. It's just a matter of time before we see the upside surprises. So Nathaniel, wouldn't it be hilarious if Richard wasn't speaking code and we've all lost our minds in the bear market? Ha ha ha. Yes, it would be funny. This poop is too obvious that it's code. He's literally saying it without saying it. He's being very clear. Anyone who says otherwise is full of cope or denial. Yes, so friends, I've got other comments out here. What do you think? Do you think a conspiracy's gone too far about pDAI? I want to tell you something. I love yous. I don't care about your opinion, bro, because the only opinion I care about is called the price action, bro. And the price said you and your conspiracy beliefs are irrelevant, whether you think it's real or not. This thing went up 15x from the moment they said Sommy's got to go to jail because pDAI is a scam and blah, 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 blah. All right, bro, it went up 15x. So if you want someone to go to jail because you said something's going down, but then it goes up 15x, you should go to jail. Makes you think, right? Only in crypto can you turn $500 into $10 million, and some random online will be like, I don't know, let's wait and see if you made the right decision. That's amazing. This dude bought a 100 BTC gold Cascassius bar back in 2011 and $500. And then finally cashed out the seed phrase this year. $10 million profit. That's wild, man. A 100... They did that back in 2011. Friends, that's OG. That's pDAI cult, hex cult stuff, man. I had no idea. Someone made a 100 BTC bar. And then you unlock it. There's a seed phrase in there that's given. Wow. Let's see what the price was back in 2011. I can show you the price chart right here. This is the BTC price chart. It is on the log. We are 2011, friends. Here you go. The price was 70 cents. There you go, around 70 cents. Maybe they did it around here. Maybe it was around $500, $5. Because they probably would have felt excited to make this in the euphoria part out here. Interesting time of history, friends. Satoshi left here, and then Richard Hart bought the top up there. Okay, and then it came back. So that's something for you to know. Justin, President Trump officially nominated Alina Habba to serve a full 4-year term as a U.S. attorney for New Jersey. And some would say, hubba hubba. So, oh man, all these political stuff. Guys, America, I love you guys, but just hurry up with the UFO tech, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just, oh man, everyone thinks their opinion matters when it doesn't. More random stuff. Kim Jong Un weeps over a coffin of a soldier killed in Ukraine. I don't think he's weeping. I think he's just upset that his marshmallows are going to be delayed by another 3 weeks to get to North Korea on the shipments. Damo, crypto product no one has ever heard of, has 500k followers and 7 mutuals. Also, account is either predating crypto itself or a few months old. It's business. So they're just making a joke and fun about, you know, new crypto products coming out and just trying to psyops everyone out here. These guys, they speak because, friends, they got a large audience. I mean, Damo's 50k, and then Smolting is about 360k. A lot of these guys, they're anonymous people. They don't, Reg, you really got to appreciate what I do. I call people out by their name. I don't give one truck. Oh, you don't let me into the insiders club? Well, guess what? You're copping it too, like everybody else, bro. These guys, they speak in like, you gotta love them. You know what I mean? Not everyone's got it to do what we do, right? You know, they speak in like the innuendos and the soft words and the, oh no, maybe things aren't what they seem. And I'm like, that guy drinks excessive amounts of soy. And this is his name. Man, how many times have I posted all these things? I'm like, watch out. All the grifters are saying these things are going to be the future of finance. They're literally dumping right now. And I say, guess what? You can play the game. Just know what you're into. You know, that's what, friends. I never tell people don't sell. I am trying to be transparent with you. That's it. So I don't tell you don't sell. Click sell, bro. Click sell on everything. I don't give a crap what you own, bro. Click sell and take profit if you want to walk away. All I'm doing is I'm not borrowing, friends. I'm channeling my inner Satoshi. Satoshi made Bitcoin public ledger, public blockchain. Everybody can see. That's the way. That's the truth. Let everyone see. We even the playing field for everyone out here. Go, hey, if you want to dump on everybody, do it. Friends, Ripple literally dump on XRP investors and tell them they're going to do it. It's in the white paper they're going to do it, bro. They literally say, hey, we're going to dump on you. And that's okay. If you still want to play the game, play the game. I'm not telling you not to play the game. And on TradingView, so far vol, this figure reflects the total value of overnight repos transactions backed by US securities. So this is secured overnight financing volume. So the so far Fed overnight financing volume is rising. I think, friends, oh, this is sweet. We can now monitor the Fed secured overnight financing. I'm guessing this is a prelude to the money printing stuff. They're doing overnight financing. Because what happens, friends? Remember, banks lend to each other by the day. So a bank will loan like, $40 million to another bank and they got to repay it tomorrow. So they'll pay 1 day of interest into it. So if the Fed has to back up a lot of these things out here and weird stuff's happening, then those numbers start to pretty much crank up. But yeah, we need the big daddy, Econometrics. Overall, Bitcoin held steady in June, delivering below average returns relative to the past 12 months. By contrast, most stock indices delivered above average returns in the same period. That's not a bad setup for Bitcoin to have its big breakout moment in the month of joyful July. So here we are right now. Bitcoin is in this orange bar here. Copper cranked it. Remember, friends, thank you to Mr. Matrix from my comment section. Copper, remember the copper gold ratio, which I'll show you. This is it right now. Copper versus gold is a ratio, yeah, and it did a big thrust in June right here. Bang. This is 10% above average returns for itself. So I know it doesn't look like much, but that is like the business cycle indicator because, copper, industrial, it's a sign that, I guess factories and stuff want to produce more things. But it seems to have hopefully bottomed out and starting to coil up. Hopefully it continues. Mr. J. Anderson, I don't think any religion has gotten it right, but I also don't think any of you have gotten it wrong. If a path works for you, it works for you. And if it doesn't, there is always another. They all lead back to the same place, seen through varying lenses of expectancy. So this is the UFO stuff out here. It's no coincidence, friends. A lot of crypto is bleeding edge finance, bleeding edge where there's a lot of experiments. No one knows what's going on, but it is the future somehow. Same as all these UFO stuff as well. Bleeding edge science, merging of religion and science, all these experiences out here. The paths cross with each other, and hopefully we get to see some sort of resolution for this bull market. They're going to do, maybe, is Donald Trump going to be the first president to disclose UFOs? We'll see. Faded. Okay, stupid question. Why is nobody worried about quantum computing and Bitcoin anymore? That's actually a good question. It's because there's a green monthly candle series. That's why. Green monthly candles, no one cares about the quantum computing. When there's red monthly candles, it's going to come back. I guarantee you there's going to be a quantum computing scare in the next bear market. Google's going to say, oh, we can crack Bitcoin in 2 years. We can crack all the accounts. They're going to come and say something like that. Okay. Just to let you know, friends, Bitcoin is not the worry when they have the quantum stuff. Do you want to know what the worry is? Every US government official, pretty much every company, well, you could go in and just crack every security thing, go to any office in the world. If you could just crack their security and do the quantum stuff, that's pretty much it. So over every ATM, that'd just be world mayhem if they could actually do that. But yeah, Bitcoin can be upgraded, I think, to deal with it as well. So remember, these FUD stuff, they only come and matter when there is red monthly candles. If you're building wealth, how you treat $1,000 matters more than what others think. Some flip $1,000 into 100K, that's 6 figures. Others blow it into a weekend. It's not about whether 1K is small or big, it's what you do with it. It's the realist sense. 1K is not small money. So this is another just generic post. I want to say to you, friends, the way you can do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. But 18 hours a day here, the optimal way to think about crypto investing is you calculate, you count how much money you need per month to live right now. What is your expenses right now? In some countries, $500. In other countries, 100. In other countries, 5,000. That is your unit of investment. That's 1 month in. So if you want to be aggressive, you can put 6 to 12 months of living expenses into crypto. Hopefully you multiply it by a 10 or a 20. And then you can take out 10 to 20 years of living expenses, live off the yield, and you've replaced your job. Okay? That's how to think about it. It's just, that's the best way to do it, right? It's relative to everybody's different country and wages. So Nathaniel, Maria is building the LP between Teddy Bear and PWBTC. Wow. Oh, wow. Since without debank, Maria is not dumping Teddy Bear. He's rebalancing LPs like we expect him to as a builder. Let me break it down for some people at the back. OT tokens are cool like that. Amsterdam talks Maria, goes over the rules of OT tokens and how he reserves the rights to sell at any time to move around liquidity. Anyone stating it's rugging is an ill-informed clone. So that is part of the what we've never ever seen before, this liquidity web stuff out here. That's why a lot of people would have sold the lows or pDAI, Atropa, Teddy Bear. We had the community takeover that Teddy Bear, which wasn't a community takeover, we'll nickname it Team U Teddy because it's market cap. Like, so what they've done, friends, is pretty much they've disconnected their bonding from pDAI. The community has gone out here. So now whenever pDAI goes up, all right, it's going to hurt detractors even more, because if they were still bonded, you know, this 15x rally, yeah, you would have gotten like a 5x boost, which is exactly what happened, by the way. Atropa and the Teddy Bear stuff, and they did go up that much, right? So when you're bonded, it's good when the thing rallies. Not good when it goes down. That's why they're disconnected. So we'll see. I think he's talking about a dude named CZ from BNB that's now been a jailbird. It's one of the best interviews I've done so far. This one was personal. Lots of personal details. This is CZ, friends. My boy, I guess he's come from the Pomp.
Everybody else is, there's 2 Americans, 2 British, and 1 Japanese guy. So the 6 of us went to Shanghai to start a new startup called Fusion Systems. That's in 2005. And then we did that. We've grown that company to a 4 different offices, Tokyo.
So that's CZ's early lifestyle belief. I think, remember, friends, I covered it for you. He sold his apartment for 600 Bitcoin back in, I forgot, was it 600 Bitcoin back in 2014? He bought Bitcoin in the bear market, sold his apartment, went all in on it. The apartment today, I think, is worth 1.5 million, but that 600 Bitcoin is worth whatever, like 60 million or whatever. So a lot of lessons to learn from there. That's why Donald Trump never share your Bitcoin. Hopefully. What about altcoins? Different story. Waiting for the business cycle. A lot of the Jeets are out of altcoins, friends. I know we've been waiting a long time. Trust me, dude. Just go check the comments, friends. Go check the comments. Altcoin, friends. Altcoin Daily doesn't even make altcoin videos, bro. Altcoin Daily's channel has been Bitcoin Daily for like a year and a half. Crypto Banter every second day says, your alt season is wrecked, and here's why. Stocks are coming in. There's options down. There's this and that. There's giving you thousands of reasons to FUD you out. They don't believe, bro. They don't believe. It's not priced in. It's just not. The business cycle's still down. LA Vape Cabal thread guy asks TraderMayne, will crypto Twitter return to its glory days? No, we've evolved.
No. It's just different. It's not that they're glory days. It's just never going to be the same as it once was. It's bigger, dude. We're trading stocks on the blockchain. You know what I mean? Like, we've evolved. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but, you know, more money, more problems, right? Like, the bigger we get, the more bullshit we get. No. It's just...
So, you and I weren't around back then. There was smaller people, and crypto, everything went up, right, in those periods of time. So it was easy to circulate information. Okay, now there was PvP stuff and stuff going on, but it was easy to circulate information. Now, friends, look at my juicy news, bro. Friends, I'll give you like how much alpha and news left to right. We've got to skip it. Like it's just too much now. There's just way too much. There's different spin-offs. There's all these chains. Back then didn't have anything, bro. It was just smart contracts Ethereum. Everyone's on like one hub. Now there's Solana, then there's memes, and there's like a dick with butt, and now there's a Coinbase copycat dick with butt. We're the OG dick with butt. You see what I mean on PulseChain? All these stuff. And think about everyone's minds. How are these people who are like trading, and you got LA Vape Cabal and stuff getting his toes sucked by his audience, how are they going to comprehend pDAI? How can they comprehend it? They're going to TraderMayne will be like, what? Last time I saw Richard Hart, he was a scammer. He ran some sort of Ponzi called hacks. That's the only thing they remember. What are they going to be thinking when he like comes back? They're like, what? Where has this been? And I'm like, whoa, dude. I mean, it's totally normal for you to ignore 5,300 videos made of the highest value content in crypto, literally 5 videos a day. I don't even know how it's humanly possible, whilst giving you asymmetric upside opportunity that you don't have to take, not financial advice, and doing all the research here for you, showing you how to take good bets and how to think about crypto up, down, left, right, whilst not selling you literally a single thing, all for free. Yeah, that's totally normal for you to fade that. Friends, everybody is a cucumber rider. Cucumbers are green. When the green candles are there, let's get our soy-free beeswax candle. Once everything starts going up and people start making money, trust me, okay, you will see some amazing essays about the bags you own from people you didn't know existed once they start going up. Okay? Trust me. Okay? They'll come out and you're like, bro, where's this coming from? And you're like, and I'll tell you, yeah, it's because we're up 600%. That's why. Because we're up another 7x. This person had some sort of enlightening and they feel so confident, like, oh my gosh, wow, things are happening. And their brains start working. That's why I told you, friends, I made a video literally, man, it's been like 2 or 3 years. Green candles make you smarter. Here it is. OG, your friend Somi. Green candles make you smart. Here they are. Green candles, a sense of urgency. So, yeah, man, I saw it time and time again. If you didn't know that, you generally think what everyone's saying is like the be-all and end-all, the arbiter of truth right now. It's not, bro. It's not. Your life will change in crypto and investing once you see the crowd is the price right now. The crowd's opinions, on average, are the price right now. Okay? So if the prices are down, you talk to an average person, there's like a 99% chance you're just going to get that vibe. And if the price is up, you're going to talk to somebody, you're going to get the green candle vibe. So talking to people, most of the time, out of 100 people, talking to 99 of them will just simply describe for you the color of the months. That's it. You're not actually going to get anything different, okay? To get something different, you have to find something of the opposite. But then you got to walk a fine line because, you know, are you listening to a Peter Schiff who said Bitcoin's expensive at 4,000 and 5,000 and 10,000, right? Or is someone trying to warn you of euphoria? That is where we enter like a different game. Okay, that's where we enter a different scope of the field. But to be on the same path, yeah, be on the right path, you understand it now. Okay, so I do this every single day. I see it all the time. Doesn't make it 100% easy, but like that's why I help navigate this stuff. I'm like, oh, because trust me, there are a lot of smart people. Rocket scientists, people who fold their own clothes. They know like 3 different clothes folding techniques, right? And they'll surprise you, but don't forget, bro, they're still human. Yeah, they've still got neurotransmitters in their brain. They've still got the dopamine kick up and down. There's some really smart people, friends. Really smart people. You cut off their dopamine, or they come on a come down, or they're like got a hangover the next day. They don't want to know the world for like 3 days. Okay, that's just what happens. We're all human. But ultimately, in this game, it's still a game of buy low, sell high. You're trying to front run the future. That's what you're ultimately trying to do. You've learned a lot today. Doom scrolling Twitter. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.